What's up, everybody? 6th Ninjas from Inferior Gaming. This will be a quick overview of Albion Online, just so you can get the basic tips and when you get into the game, you know exactly what you're looking at and getting into, so you're not lost and have to take 30 to 40 minutes to figure it out yourself. Alright, so there's 5 different zones. There is the swamp, which has logs, leather, and fiber. Then there's the highland, which has logs, stone, and ore. Then there's the steppe that has leather, fiber, and ore. Then there is the forest that has logs, stone, and leather. Then there's the mountains that have stone, fiber, and ore. There's green dungeons and blue dungeons. The green dungeons are generally solo. Blue dungeons are generally groups of 4 to 5. It's common to see a guild have 10 plus clearing though. There's also loot chests, which you can gain loot from. They spawn once an hour and some spawn once a day. Then there's also these animals on the map. They're high density for gathering leather. It's really good, but you'll find a lot of players there, so you typically want to go there to non-peak playing time. Here I'm going to talk about zones and PvP. Blue zones, there's no PvP at all. You can't even flag yourself. Yellow zones, you can flag yourself, but even if you're not flagged, you can still be attacked by those who have enabled this flag. You will not drop any loot when you die, but you'll take severe durability loss, so you're going to have to repair regularly. Red zones. The flagging for red zone is exactly like yellow, but in this zone, you'll drop all gear on death. They won't be able to pick up every single bit of your gear because some of it turns to trash, so it's not 100% profit. Another note about red zones is that if you kill a mob, you can still resurrect yourself without dropping your gear, so just like normal. However, if you're in a blue dungeon, this is different from a blue zone. If you die, the animals will finish you off and then you'll lose your gear. Black zones, you're automatically flagged for PvP once you walk in it, and if you die, you lose every gear on death. The thing about black zones, which is different from red and yellow, is if you're in a large group, I believe it's 10 or more, not 100% sure. If you're in that large group, you'll appear as a red dot on your minimap, which can let people know to avoid you. But if you sit at like an 8 or so just below that cap, you'll still be able to, massively gank people. But in the black zones, that's also where guild housing is, so it's pretty common to get there for high-level guilds. So you're going to be commonly in like black zones PvP ready to lose your gear. To get to these black zones, you have to go to the port and travel. It's the only way to get there is to go through by traveling. Fame is a big thing in this game. You can just read it on the screen. You should have enough time to read it. By killing people, you will lose fame. By killing mobs, you will gain fame. The higher fame you have, the higher resistance you will have in yellow and red zones when not flagged for PvP against people who do flag. So here's how to fast travel to different locations like at the start of the game. You can't travel with items. I'm not sure why I used to be able to, but you'd have to pay a silver fine. So here, if you want to do a different starting town, like your guild is going in this area and you want to be with your guild because they're, all their base stuff will be out of there for small dungeons and starting up. Or maybe just the resource you want is in that location specifically. You can always run there yourself. It'll just take a lot longer to do that. In this very first starter town you run into, you can craft T3 gear and below for free. You don't have tax cost of anything of like someone owning the house or not. This expedition guide can be very important early game. You can make a decent amount of money, and it's not the best way to make money, but it is a decent way to make money start outing in the game. It eventually gets harder. The farther you go on, you can also do it in groups of 5. It's how you get royal sigils. Every single marketplace in the game is town-based, so if you go from town to town, the prices will change. They will not be the same everywhere. So this is player-owned shops / housing. Some people put houses in there. I'm not really sure why they don't make money for it. But you can buy this on an auction. You can buy this on an auction. I think it lasts 14 days, or maybe it's a month. They're quite expensive at the start of the game because everybody's rushing to get to it, to own it first, to level it up. So when people do get there, they can, instantly reap a profit. Some people have this set to 99% usage tax, so you have to, pay the tax to use it. There's also the person who works there they have a food bar, and if you own it, you have to maintain his food bar so it's full. If he runs out of food, he just stops working and he doesn't make you any profit. So this is player-owned housing. You have to look for a guy with a little circle island next to him and like a tub, and that's where you can buy your player-owned house. It can get expensive to upgrade, but to first buy it, it's not that expensive. Maybe a few hours of playing, you'll have enough money to buy it. You can level up your own shops there over time. You can't do it instantly because you have to gather the resources to put it into it. But you can level it up for free there and not have to pay a tax. You still have to feed your worker that works there to work. So you got to make sure you focus in cooking as well, so you can, not have to put a ton of money into just upgrading your stuff. So you can kind of make it solo, self-efficient kind of way. When you upgrade your island, it takes 2 minutes to use it after you upgrade it. And then once you upgrade it, you can get 1 farm plot and 2 building plots. And then once you upgrade it again, you can get another farm plot and more building plots. You can upgrade it a total of 6 times. All right, let's take a look at this massive looking skill tree, right? I mean, it looks just ginormous. It's really not that bad at all. It's broken down into 4 sections: combat, crafting, gathering, and farming. Farming's kind of a gathering thing, so, that's whatever. It's all really easy. It tells you exactly what you need. To unlock this, you need to kill creatures. To unlock, let's say, because I haven't unlocked this, I have to kill T2 creatures wearing a novice fire staff. So for medium armor, I have to use a novice bow. And for medium weapons. For heavy weapons, I have to use novice broadsword. For armor, for heavy, I have to use tier 2. So I mean, it's really basic. It's, this line you unlock just for killing stuff. Again, really basic. It makes a lot of sense. For here, let's see, unlock 3. This is the important part where some people don't understand and get confused. Once you unlock, you kill your tier 3 and you finally get your 4, people think, okay, since I go, 1, 2, well, I unlock 2, 3, 4. Common sense, people think, you would have to go here to unlock 5. That's not actually where you unlock 5. You unlock 5 by leveling this section up. At level 1 of this, I'll zoom in a little closer so you can see it on the side. At level 1 here, just like this is, you unlock the usable dagger. At level 10, you unlock the expert's dagger. Level 30, you unlock the master's dagger, and so on and so forth. You just really have to just look, and it tells you exactly what you need and how to get it. It's really simple. Same with crafting, except instead of killing stuff, you just have to craft stuff. Gathering is the same way. You just have to gather stuff. Now, gathering takes a long time. Farming is how you unlock animals to grow your own mounts or food to feed your workers. Now, one thing you might have noticed, what is this 21 up top? They're learning points. They're used to speed up unlocking abilities on the Destiny board. Additional learning points are generated over time while premium is active on your character. Now, I have 21. The way to use learning points is we have to find something really quick. Right here. So, I have 859 of 35,000. At this bar right here, where this line is, the little triangles, is where this says 1 out of 2. Kill creatures to get tier 3 novice scholars or better to get that. Once I get this to 10,000, I can use learning points to skip the rest of the 20,000. It's super useful. I really recommend premium status just for that. And that's it for my video. Thanks for watching.